4 invitations, 4 friends, and 1 rule. Don't scream when Jacker finds you. When 4 friends got a handwritten blue white to an abandoned circus, they thought it was a joke. But the rules were Pacific. Show up at midnight, they leave until the performance ends. Could have listened, because deep in those woods was something waking. In Jacker, he always saves the best act for last. A group of friends load to an abandoned circus by a mysterious invitation, find themselves trapped in a nightmare world where demented clouds roll and the line between laughter and terror is blurred forever. The decrepit and long abandoned Lappy Jack's circus, hidden deep within a dense, airy forest. Present day, late October, building up to a chilling climax on Halloween mud. The car bumps along an ever-burning muddy road, the headlights barely piercing the inky darkness. Jason grips the steering wheel, his knuckles white, and the passenger seat Emma clutches the mysterious, withered invitation. Her eyes wide with excitement and nervousness. Mike and Lucy huddle in the back, their faces pale. Jason glances at Emma, concerned ick on his face. The cars pull up to a rusted, sagging gate. Beyond, the circus looms like a rotting corpse. Its once vibrant tents now tattered and stained. A massive, decaying big top towers over the grounds, its peaked roofs hanging like a deflated hat. They exit the car, huddling under umbrellas. The air is thick with the scent of decay and something sickly sweet, like rotting candy floss. We approach the gate, it creaks open ominously, as if inviting them in. Emma leads the way, her excitement undeterred. The group makes their way through the circus, their flashlights casting long dancing shadows. They pass the cricket game stores, their prizes now rotted and faded. A carousal stands silent and eerie, its wooden horses and frozen mud gallop, their painted eyes seeming to follow the intruders. Lucy pauses by a stall, her hand tracing the faded, grotesque calm face painted on its side. She chokes her hand back, gasping. Jason looks at her, concerned, but Emma urges them onwards. The interior of the big top is vast and cavernous, the air thick with dust and declined sweepers. A single dim spotlight illuminates the central rim, where a figure stands, his back to them. It's Jacker, his massive friend clad in the tattered, once opulent Millmaster's coat. He turns, revealing his courteous face. His eyes burn like embers, and his manic grin is twisted parody of joy. He gestures from the shadows emerge chuckles, giggles and sniggers. Each is a twisted, demented parody of a clown. Their faces painted with garish, dripping grins, their eyes wild and manic. They brandish weapons, a bloody oversized mullet, a wickedly sharp juggling knife, and a rusty serrated sword. But it's too late. The clowns advance, their laughter a symphony of madness. The group is surrounded. The big top has become a nightmare arena. The group was separating, each facing their own twisted, deadly clown. Jason faces chuckles, dodging the massive mullet as it whistles through the air. He grabs a nearby rusted torch, brandishing it like a spear. Chuckles with laughs, a deep running jump, and swings the mullet again. Jason ducks, casting the torch forward. Image of Chuckles' chest seeing the shells sparkling. Chuckles rolls in pain, his laughter turning to scream. Emma is cornered by Giggles. He juggles her eyes with deadly precision. Emma grabs a handful of dirty sawdust from the ground, thrown it into Giggles' eyes. Clown screams and goes scattered into the crowd. Emma scoops one up, slashing wildly. It connects with Giggles' arm, sending a swift dark black blood into the air. Mike, back against the rotted bleachers, Snickers advancing on them, his sword swinging in mild arcs. Mike grabs a broken jacket piece of wood, Snickers' sword beats its off, deep in the wood, giving Mike a tough stick a cut, sending Snickers spawning. Lucy is frozen in terror, Jacker is Barton Muller, his eyes burning, his grin wide. sudden sharp pain in her chest, a warmth spreading across her shirt. She looks down and sees a bright red balloon stuck to her. It's a tip-clean bloody needle. She pulls it out, gasping. Jaker laughs, his voice is quite boomy. The big top of the flames cast him only dancing shadows. The group, battered and bloody, huddled together, watching as the circus friends. The clowns, unheard to be seen. The laughter echoing in the distance, fading away. We attempt to leave. But Lucy stops, looking back at her opponent. She sees a figure standing in the flames, with eyes burning. It's Grimoire the medic. Jaker is not echoing. Even as the team closes around them, the circus is smoldering and ruined. The once vibrant kings know nothing but charred for minutes. Police and forensic teams comb the area, their faces grim. A news crew films the aftermath. The reporter speaking in hushed, sober tones. The camera pans to the remains of the big talk, where a single bright red balloon bogs gently in the breeze. Its string tied to a charred beam. The group lies in hospital beds, their injuries bandaged, their faces pale. Her nurse checks on them, her smile sympathetic. She leaves, closing the door softly behind her. The room is silent for a moment before Emma speaks, her voice barely a whisper. Jason looks at her, understanding his eyes. He knows she's right. He feels it too, the lingering insidious presence of Jaker. There's laughter echoing in the dark corners of their minds. The group stands at the edge of the forest, their breathing risking in the cold night air. They're armed with whatever they could find, a pistol bat, a kitchen mirth, a can of pepper spray. They look at each other, their faces set with determination. They step into the forest, the darkness swallowing them whole. The sound of distant, manic laughter echoes through the trees. They